I caught up with men's and women's cross-country coach Steve Travis and seniors Laura Knopf and Blake Miller. Laura, what do you do to mentally prepare yourself prior to a race?
I think a lot about the course and how the miles are mapped out and where we want to put in some surges. We do a lot of pack running, so how our group is going to hit the first mile and what paces we want to run.
Laura, being a senior and a captain this year, how do you strive to set an example for the rest of your teammates?
A lot through the practices, because we don't have games all the time like soccer teams or other sports do. We have just meets on the weekends, so there's a lot of time where we have to show focus in practice and work together as a team there to become better.
Over the last 4 years, how do you feel like you have progressed as a runner?
I feel like I came in kind of green to the sport. I did run in high school, but I didn't have that same passion or idea of what racing really is. So I learned through Coach Travis and other teammates how to really get into the sport, work on paces and racing and hunting down girls in the middle of a race and just really trying to have fun and be competitive.
Now, Coach Travis, looking through Coach's eyes, how has Laura demonstrated her leadership this year?
Laura has shown leadership with working with the younger athletes. We have a great group of freshmen, but have needed an extra hand as you look towards your senior captains to help direct and guide and share what my goals are with regard to practices, workouts, race expectations, and Laura has really stepped up with regard to that as far as helping convey that. So leadership verbally as well as the nonverbals with getting after it in workouts or whether it be races as well.
How do you feel Laura has matured throughout the course of her career?
She's matured, developed with regard, she alluded to that with regard to racing. She, from her high school background, a little more towards the softball end of things, where now a little more focused towards cross country. Has developed as a runner. Her high school stats, she's really made great strides with regard to that. So has developed as a runner. The maturing aspect with regard to the leadership, more vocal, willing to sit down with the younger athletes even on a one-on-one type basis, and helping to bring them along with regard to the growing up that's involved with freshman year just in general, but then also the development as a runner and sharing my expectations and what we're looking to progress throughout the season as well as seasons.
Laura, how have the previous meets this season prepared you for the upcoming championship portion of your schedule?
We've actually been really lucky this year. We had 2 races already on 2 of the courses that we'll see in the next 3 races, which are our championship part. And especially for conference, we're on our home course. We've done a lot of workouts there, and we're starting to get to know the corners better, where we want to really take down our competitors at conference. So I'm really excited for great races at conference.
Coach, what are your goals for the NAC championship?
Our goal would be to finish as a team in the top tier. I categorize the top tier being top 3 as a team. I really believe that's a realistic goal for us. And also we're really focusing on if we could take down the title this year, and I think that is a reality. We do need health and things to kind of come together in these next 2 weeks, but we definitely want to be in the top tier as a team, if not the title. Individuals looking to be in all conference standings, honorable mention standings. So some big things that we're looking towards.
Thanks for spending time with us today. Good luck not only this weekend, but for the rest of your season. Up next, we have the men's cross-country team with head coach Steve Travis and senior captain Blake Miller. Blake, what do you do to mentally prepare yourself prior to a race?
Before any meet, we warm up together as a team, go through the whole process together of just form, strides, just talk about different parts of the race, how we're going to run in packs, things like that. And just personally, it's mentally easier to have confidence in myself. I've been doing this for 8 years, just to keep reminding myself that.
As a senior and a captain of the team this year, how do you strive to be an example for the rest of your teammates?
Well, each year we have new athletes, freshmen, and it's just good to show them the ropes and how things go on our team. It's always different from everybody's high school team, so it's just lead by example mainly.
Over the last 4 years, how do you feel like you have progressed as a runner?
Well, in high school, it's a lot easier to you just kind of take it for granted, improving every year, times drop. But once you hit college, your body's done maturing, and so you still see the times decrease, but a lot of it's mental, maturing, things like that, and just learning how to race better, lead the team, be a better leader, things like that.
Coach, looking through a coach's eyes, how has Blake demonstrated his leadership this year?
Blake has been a great leader with regard to the younger freshmen, verbally talking with them and sharing my expectations with regard to workouts, races, but then also has matured just as a runner himself with regard to racing strategy and applying that to the races, not only with cross country but track and field also, and has been fun to see the maturing and development as a runner and racer over the past 4 years.
How do you feel Blake has matured throughout the course of his career?
Matured with regard to being a little more vocal, especially this year in talking with the freshmen, and again sharing with them the expectations with regard to workouts, expectations with regard to races, even the little things that tend to be big, good time management with their studies and things that he's gone through those years and process that now is taking the time to share that with the younger ones, and it's fun to see him doing and leading in that way.
Blake, how have the previous meets this season prepared you for the upcoming championship portion of your schedule?
Well, unlike a lot of other sports, cross country doesn't really have a record throughout the season. The race matters that day, so no matter what you do, first part of the season, it just matters what you race that day. But the mental and physical preparation of just running a meet every week consistently helps so much. I've had seasons where I've just been injured, and it's a lot harder to race consistently and PR and things like that when you aren't racing every week. So it's just helps with that.
Coach, what are your goals for the NAC championship?
The championship being on the home course, we're looking to defend our turf, so to speak. The guys have been progressing just tremendously as the season has unfolded. The younger ones developing with the adjustment from the 5K high school distance to the 8K. So kind of putting the challenge out there to all of them to run a personal best, whether that's a season best or a lifetime best. But with that challenge, that we can all come away with that personal achievement as a team, I think we're going to really move up in the overall conference standings. As far as the target for that, somewhere mid-pack out of the 12 schools in the conference. If we could be in the midst of that would be a pretty successful season for us.
Thanks for spending time with us today. Good luck not only this weekend but for the rest of your season. WLC football team had a thrilling victory Saturday, October 16th against Lakeland College. They defeated the Muskies 20-9 to improve to a 4-2 on the year. Pedro Hardy took a 100-yard kick return to the house to seal the victory. While WLC totaled 190 yards rushing, its defense gave up only 97 yards of offense to Lakeland, while also recording 7 sacks. NAC was able to catch up with Kaylin Gaines, Pedro Hardy, and defensive coordinator Ben Murphy to talk about the win.
Hello everyone, I'm here with senior defensive end Kaylin Gaines and sophomore kick returner Pedro Hardy. First with you, KG. You had 3 sacks today, almost a game high again. What was the tribute to your success?
Just getting speed off the edge, doing counter moves and getting speed off the edge and pressure on the quarterback. I was able to get to him.
All right. KG, your teammates, your partner in crime especially, Shem Biebert, and your linebacker Josh McCormick, they had 2 sacks today. You guys had a lot of sacks. You're getting a lot of pressure. How did you guys do that today?
We just worked hard in practice, and that contributed to the pressure in the game. We got the win.
All right. Pedro, you had a 100-yard kick return today. You sealed the game for WLC, one of the longest plays in WLC history. You made a mistake earlier in the game, but how do you feel about now? How do you feel about that now?
First of all, with the mistake, man, I felt down. But I thought about Andrew, and every day he keeps fighting. So I was like, man, I can't let my team down. I got to keep fighting. So luckily, coach kept me in, and I made a great play.
Can you take us through some of the steps when you were going on the 100-yard kick return?
First of all, I looked right, and I see, man, there's no way I could run anything there. So I just said, I'm a street ball time, take it back, and just use my speed.
Oh, that was awesome, Pedro. Thank you guys for joining me today. I really appreciate it. This is the post-game interview with Kaylin Gaines and Pedro Hardy. WLC gets the victory against Lakeland College for the first time. Hello, everyone. I'm here for the post-game Warrior Weekly interview with defensive coordinator Ben Murphy. Coach Murphy, you had a great victory against Lakeland, your first time beating the team. How do you guys feel about that?
That was a big win. It's something we really wanted to get done, and we got kind of form a little in-state rivalry, and they beat us the last 2 years in good games. So we got alumni coaching over there, so it was the one we needed to take, and it's a big step because now that really puts us right there in the conference championship run. So we got to play well every week and chase that thing down.
Coach, you had a lot of sacks today. You created a lot of pressure. How are you guys able to do that today?
Well, our game plan was they score through number one. That's their number one weapon. We double teamed them probably 80% of the snaps. If he couldn't go to the number one weapon, our D-line had a second to get there, and they did a great job. We got some ends that can really rush the edge, and they utilize their speed moves to their potential. Got some push up front. Linebacker blitzed in our two-man coverage. That did a really nice job, Josh McCormick, and at the end of the day, it was a big win. Big step.
Coach, you spoke of number one. That was the big daunting task this week for your cornerbacks. How do you think they did, Tom Bodner and Keith
Well,
Shane?
Tom had a great game in terms of, a lot of times we doubled one, so everyone else was in man coverage, and Tom gave up one pass maybe, and he broke up 3 or 4 deep ones that they could have had some plays on it, so it was huge. He really stepped up to the plate and played well.
Right. Coach, thank you for joining me today. Everyone, back to the studio with you, Alyssa. Well, that about does it for this week's show.
We will continue to bring you scores and interviews with WLC student athletes, as well as preview upcoming sports as the year continues.
Thanks for joining us, everyone. We'll see you here next time on Warriors Weekly.